The social media startup Overtime talked about what's next in sports. On Thursday, November 2nd, we met two alumni, Jack Jenkins, Vice President of League Partnerships, and Sasha Malis, Director of Content Creation. Overtime is a startup company in sports media that presents a sports-focused series and short-form media content. Overtime Elite targets a younger audience with a focus to draw on the next generation of sports fans. Jenkins and Malis presented the screening of a pilot episode of One Shot, Overtime Elite, where we follow the next generation of professional basketball players. The team is based in Atlanta, Georgia, and is operated by Overtime. Overtime Elite first originated to give teenage basketball players the tools to potentially compete professionally in the future. The best of the best players aged 16 to 20 are featured in this series. So the first thing that I learned in the Overtime Elite presentation is that networking is extremely important. Even if you're already in an institution or a company, you should still continue to network because it helps a lot with getting new job experiences, new internships, and other on-campus experiences. The second thing that I learned is that the journalism world is actually a lot smaller than we think, especially in the realm of sports journalism. So get to know everybody, get to know your colleagues, build a strong connection, and try to avoid conflict to build your credibility up. The third thing that I learned is that you have to know the type of media you want to put out and the audience that you want to engage with. For instance, Jenkins acknowledges that a younger audience tends to watch Overtime Elite because the players are 16 to 20. So younger people generally watch Overtime Elite. So they know how to connect to this younger audience by going and putting stuff on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram where the younger demographic tends to gravitate towards. And then the fourth thing that I learned, you should know how to respond to backlash in a company. So in the presentation, Jenkins commented that many people were against Overtime Elite because they thought they were taking the educational experience away from the boys in the basketball league. So the PR team addressed these issues through understanding their initial concerns and not shutting them down. Lastly, address the common communication values. For instance, timeliness, novelty, and human interest were utilized in Overtime Elite to get the viewer's attention. Utilize these values to grab the attention of your audience and address these issues. And I feel like this makes a lot of a difference to get your message across.